Okay, all that stuff. Here we go. Okay, we're back. We're back here. Basically, what happened today is that the market went lower. This is we're in a correction right now, and so the most important thing when you're in a correction is to is to reduce your exposure to the market. So if you're down more than 7% on anything, it's a good idea to sell and move into cash. That said, there are some things in the market that are doing well, and I want to kind of point them out to you. But we did move into a market in correction. And what that means, of course, is that when we are in a market in correction, that means that we need to start reducing positions. We need to potentially go short on some of our shares, and it just really a tough makes it a tougher market to trade. The market is in correction. Technically, we have moved down over 10% from the recent highs. We could go lower than that. I want to take a look at the at the QQQ. This is the Invesco QQQ Trust. It tracks the S&P, the Nasdaq 100. These are the 100 largest shares that are available on the Nasdaq. I want to show it to you so that you can definitely take a look at it. We've definitely pulled below that 200-day line, so that is critical. And it does appear that the 40-day line may be crossing, 50-day line may be crossing the 200-day line. If that happens, then that's going to show some more weakness. Currently, the Invesco QQQ Trust is 328. It was all the way up here at 404, basically back at the beginning of January. So it's lost quite a bit. This is an index, of course, and this is some of the largest shares of this includes all of the big stocks like Apple, like Microsoft, and the others. So this is where there's been a fair amount of selling in this area, and so we want to be very, very careful about about initiating any new positions right now. It's just not a good time to be in the market. It's a difficult period. We want to be more in cash than we are currently. So be very, very cognizant of that. Not a good time to be initiating any new positions. Just wanted to kind of show you kind of where we are in terms of the in terms of the market pulse. There is a broad sell-off in the market, so we have moved, and this was yesterday. It says uptrend under pressure, but we are now in a downward trend in the market. So we want to be cognizant of where we're at, and it's a good idea if you do have positions and you do have any profits, you might want to start taking some profits here. You also, if you're down more than 7% on any positions, it's a very, very good idea to consider possibly closing the position, waiting for better conditions. I currently have several positions that are short positions. We want to show you some of those right now. So without further ado, let's go to take a look at some of these. Some of the positions, the spreads, the bear spreads that we have on, and that might be something that you are interested in. So without further ado, let's go over here to, let's go first of all to Workday. This one has been fairly weak. We did start shorting this with a, so WDIY is the symbol. Bring that up. All right. And let's see if I can. Okay. And what I'm doing is, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you may or may not be in this trade, but it's the Workday trade. What we did on this one is we entered this trade on the February 3rd, so a few days ago. This one has, as the stock has deteriorated, we have gained in value on this. As you see, we started here when we started the stock for workday, this was on the 3rd, was selling for 242. It then has declined. The way we entered this trade was to create a bear call spread by buying the March by selling the March 230 calls, and then by buying simultaneously the 240s for a credit, a $607 credit. Now we're almost halfway there, as you can see. If we can hold in this trade, we will this will expire, and then we will keep all the money that we originally got on the credit. This is a bear trade, and I just wanted to show it to you so that you can know that you can make money in the market even if the stock is going down. I will be putting out more of these bear trades, but you got to be on the mailing list to get them. So if you're interested in some of these bear trades, just go to www.dallastradingfloor.com and just sign up for the action trade alerts. I'm probably going to be putting out a trade tonight, possibly on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on. I'm not sure if we're going to put out this trade or not, but I'm looking at potentially doing a bear trade on First Solar or potentially Shopify that I'm going to be probably putting out tonight. But you got to be on the list to see the trade. By the way, also, if you are watching on TikTok, super easy to get access to these trades. All you have to do is go to my profile page, first and last name and email address, and we'll get this out to you. We're going to be constructing a trade probably for First Solar. That one is looking very weak, and potentially it could be a moneymaker on this. So this is just kind of something. This is a way that you can do. Even in a down market, there are ways to make money, and this is definitely a way to make money. Just wanted to show you the volatility in the market. It's very, very high, as you can see, and it's moving up. This is a sign that we are probably going to move lower. We have broken below some of the very important averages on the we have broken below some of the averages. So we are looking probably to go a bit lower. Oops, let's see if I can. There we go. All right. We are looking possibly to go a bit lower on this. So just something to keep in mind as well. Again, if you're down more than 7%, the best thing to do right now is to not let it get out of hand, because you can lose quite a bit of money. So stop losses are critical here. So you really have to be careful. If you're down more than 7% on a position, you should probably try to consider possibly selling right now and then hold, so that you won't lose any capital. There are going to be opportunities, even in a downward trending market, to make money, but you really have to come out of, you have to come out of cash. I mean, you have to come out into cash. So if you're down more than 7% on any position, I would consider selling right now, because it can get a lot worse before it gets better. It will eventually, but we've got to be cognizant of where we're at. We're in a volatile market, so their potential to lose here is to where we're going now. So be very careful. If you're down more than 7%, consider possibly selling. All right. I also have, these are the shares that I currently have. Now, not everything is looking bad. I'm down on Google, but I'm up on LNG. This is an oil stock. This is in the natural gas area. I'm up on Matador. They had some good earnings, and also Williams Company. Let's take a look at Matador, MTDR. This stock had earnings yesterday, and it is appearing to be moving fairly well relative to everything else that's in the market currently. As you can see, it's come up into the buy zone. They did have good earnings at 43.77. Now, I was a buyer of this a little bit a while ago, and let's see if I can put on the if I mark that. Hopefully, I did on the yeah. Well, I don't know if I did. Yeah, there we go. Basically, I came in here and I've been adding to my position, but we are basically in Matador, and it is looking like it had some very, very good earnings. Let's take a look at some of the technicals on it. It's above everything, 250, 21, and 10-day lines. So this one is looking fairly strong. It's also got quite a good checklist. The only thing that's failing on is the accumulation distributing key point here by the funds, but everything else it's passing on. So I'm fairly confident that we're going to see some nice action here. What happened with Matador is it did beat earnings. As you can see, the sales on Matador for this earnings period up 153, and the profits, and this is the key, were up 387. So Matador, I still believe this one is buyable. It's a base on base formation. It is currently in the buy zone right now, so it could be potentially bought at this level, and that's something that we want to kind of look at. It's basically moved up from this pivot, and it does look like we could possibly come into these shares here at this level. So just something to look at. It's not all doom and gloom, but most of the market is not doing well. But there are some areas that are doing well. Another stock that I have right now that has survived and seems to be doing well, it's LNG, and that is Cheniere, and it is in the natural gas pipeline, natural gas liquefaction business. It too seems to be doing quite well. It was up today, and I want to show you the chart on that one as well. So here we go with Cheniere. Cheniere is still in a buy zone. You definitely could buy it here. It's up after hours. It was up strongly today, 2.77%. This is one of the few areas that is strong. Now, caution, there is earnings in one day, so we will see if we have a pullback. I may be selling this one into earnings. Not sure yet what I'm going to be doing here, but definitely this one is strong. Right now, the strength in the market is in the oil and gas area and not in the other areas. So that's one thing I want to point out. We have had a lot of strength in oil and gas, but the traditional areas, the tech stocks, have not been doing nearly as well. So let's see if we have any comments that I can take. All right, SPY next support. All right, let's go down here and let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla pulled back today, not doing as well as we would like to see, obviously. But let's look at Tesla, TSLA, and take a look at the chart on Tesla. All right. With Tesla, we have fallen down below a key level. 780 is really the key level for Tesla, and it definitely has fallen down below that. So I think right now, we just got to take the foot off the gas and just hold back here a little bit. Eventually we're going to see Tesla come back up, but right now there's been a lot of selling in Tesla. So if you are in Tesla, I would consider possibly moving to maybe mitigate some of your losses, maybe take off some of your chips here. If you're down more than 7%, consider selling and then waiting for it to come back up. I definitely think it will be back up, but right now the relative strength is only 53, so it is not doing as well as we would like to see it. Obviously, not anything compared to last year for Tesla. So definitely not the same thing. We are still waiting. Sorry about that. I had a little bit of technical problems coming in today. I'm sorry that that I'm still working out the bugs, but it's winning much better than it was. That's for sure. Absolutely. All right. Let's take. We're letting more viewers know you're live. Thank you very much. Okay. And let's see. Okay. Let's see if I can get some more. Okay. Great. Support levels. Let's see. Okay, we just got some people to join. By the way, if you're looking at if you're looking at uh, uh, things that you can do in this time, I'm going to be putting out some spread trades. You need to go to www.Dallas Trading Floor, and we're going to be putting out some stuff today. But you got to be on the action trade alerts to get on that. And we're going to probably do another bear trade on First Solar. That's what it's looking like right now. Well, I have messed up in terms of the timing. I needed to be on a lot more than I was on today, but we are in a market under correction, so be very leery of that. The best thing to do right now in the market is to be very careful, and I would be pulling back my orders right now. I'm mostly in cash. I do have some spreads, some bear trades that I have on that aren't. So without further ado, I was late today, and I apologize for that. We were having some inclement weather here in Dallas, but I will be back tomorrow, hopefully at about 4:45 or 4:50 tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. Till then, everybody, happy trading, and I hope that everybody is doing well. I will be back tomorrow with more, but remember, the market is in correction. We want to be very, very careful at this level, and we want to just basically, stay, stay as liquid as we possibly can. So it's a good time to be in cash. All right. Let's see. Jay. Oh, okay. NVIDIA. Oh, great question on shorting. Thank you very much for that. You're now on. Hopefully we can see that. All right. So let's go back to this. All right. So hopefully that works. When I put that on, I'm going to do it like that. All right. So let's look at NVIDIA for a potential short. And I'm going to look at that right now for Jay. Thank you very much for that. All right. And I did a little bit of technical issues as usual. I'm getting better, but I'm still not all there when it comes to the technicals. But talking about technical trading, that I can tell you about. Tesla did have some excellent earnings today. Let's take a look and kind of see. We were up 50% in terms of sales, and we were up basically 69% in terms of profit, but we still fell. That's just the kind of market this is. It's a tough market to trade right now. Everything seems to be getting punished, regardless of what is going on. It seems to be, getting, things seem to be getting punished. But even though they had excellent earnings, NVIDIA had some great earnings. They were up sales 53% and up 69% in terms of profit. There is one stock in the semiconductor space that is doing well, and that's MU Micron. And this is one I think that you might want to look at. This one potentially, and I'm not buying very much. I'm almost buying nothing right now. But this is one that I think has had some good action. And it does seem to be, at least for now, it seems to be doing better. It's got a cup with handle formation. It's come out of the deep base. And I do think that this one potentially is moving higher. It does have what they call the golden cross. Now, all these other ones that we've been talking about, they are all trading below their 200-day line. And this one has started to move above the 200-day line. Now, it did pull back a little bit today, but the relative strength is increasing on this one. So this one may be in a situation that is buyable. It's 100% rating right now, MU, and this is one of the only tech stocks that I like right now. It's MU. That's on the good list. Is MU, and this is one you might want to take a look at if you want to find a horse, that might be a little bit stronger right now than NVIDIA. And I like NVIDIA a lot. They've had great earnings, but they kind of got ahead of themselves because they were so well liked. This one has a much lower PE ratio. MU. It's only a 12, which is kind of amazing considering it's in the semiconductor space, and they make stuff that's basically everybody uses. So this is one I think that you definitely can be in. It's MU, Micron Technology. And I do think that, we are in a range, we're in a consolidation range, and we're moving up. The buy point on this, the pivot is 98. We're at 87, so we're below that pivot. But I want to see, what I'm going to try to do is put a reversal line in there, basically and right at the pivot there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this reversal line in here and see if we can set an alert on this line. And this is a reversal line. So I'm looking at this as a buy, potentially. Now, I'm not buying very many things, but this one is looking quite strong. It's MU, Micron Technology. The data storage area, for some reason, is doing better than almost all the other areas. I'm still not ready to buy it because I want to see it reverse higher up to the buy point, but you can definitely put it on the watch list. So right now, it's on the watch list, and we can definitely. I have to. Somebody calling. It's definitely on the watch list, and this is one we can possibly go into, even though we are in a downward trending market. So you got to be very careful in these downward trending markets, but there are some things that possibly could be viable. Let me. Roman is looking at TPX. Let's see if I can put that into the system right now, and let me put on the do not disturb. TPX, and let's take a look at this one. Tempur-Pedic solid state. Okay, here's the thing, Roman. Thank you for this. I appreciate bringing this one up. Here's the problem that I have with this stock right now, and that is that it is essentially below that 200-day line. That's an issue. That is an issue. Let's see if I can push it in there a little bit. Well, I don't know if I can. It's just had the 40-day line is almost falling below the 200-day line, and that is showing weakness. So this is also a potential short, by the way. I'm going to put this on the list for a potential short. TPX. This is a potential short based on what I'm seeing here. We do have it. It does look like it's having trouble holding the 21-day line. There was a cross where it's right crossing below the 200. So this is a shortable. This is a potential short here. This is a potential bear trade on this one, and it also is a very weak group. Let's take a look to see kind of what's going on here. It has a pretty good checklist, but I just want to look at the technicals on this. Yeah, it's below the 200, the 50, the 21, and the 10-day line. It looks like it's just turning over. So let's see if we can get any more information on this one. On the industry and sector, yeah, we're the rank is 164, not a good sector. The market, let's see if we have the current outlook on this one is for a downward trend on this one. So that's very interesting. We do have a downward trend on this one. The Wednesday's action is lower. So this one is a potential short. I would not buy this one long, but this is a potential short. So thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate that input. All right, let's look at MDLZ. See if I can pull this one up. MDLZ. And let's see what's going on. I should know this one. I've certainly eaten a lot of their products, that's for sure. This is, this is Mondelez, which of course is Old Nabisco, and this one in times of trouble, these stocks aren't bad. This is consumer staples. this is probably one, with the market in retreat like it is, this is one that, you probably, if you have to be invested, this is one that might not be a bad place. Now, it's above the 200-day line. Never buy it below that. It looks like we're getting some support at the 50. It's got a 90 relative strength, which is really amazing because when a consumer staples company has a 90 rating, that is something that we have to really take into account, because it does look like it is going to, it shows the weakness in the market. Typically, we're not going to see 90 relative strength in a consumer staple unless the market is in retreat. So that is telling us that the market is in retreat. We are basically 1% above the pivot in 47 days. So basically, it's been in the buy zone. Essentially, this stock has been in the buy zone essentially for 47 days. It's not really moving very fast, but this is one that, if you did have to be invested, you possibly could be invested in this one. I'm really not that interested in consumer staples personally, but it's not necessarily a bad choice if you need to be invested in the market. All right, so let's see if we have a few more other ones, and then, okay, MU. Okay, we went over MU. This is one stock that I do believe very, very much is, and I want to go back to MU because I do think that this is an opportunity. This is the long opportunity. This is the best long opportunity that I'm seeing currently, Micron technology. And I'm not that excited with it. I kind of want to see it move a little bit. I want to see it move above 90 here, but I do like the stock. I do like this stock relative to the other ones out there. Micron technology. So this is one that we possibly could go long on. All right. Well, everybody, thank you very, very much. Thanks for taking your time. I'm sorry with the technical difficulties that I wasn't on right at 5 o'clock. I've been changing my time around. I have gotten some new equipment, and unfortunately, I'm not using it as well as I need to be. But this is this is definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. Okay, here we go. We have a question from TikTok. Do you think it is possible BABA can jump 5 points on solid earnings? No, I don't. I don't think it will. I think that we're in a market downtrend right now. Let's take a look at BABA again. I know if you're in BABA, please, if you're in BABA right now and you're down more than 7%, please consider selling your position and getting into cash, because I don't think the trend on BABA is not solid. Unfortunately, we have a situation where it is just not doing as well as we would have liked. The current outlook for the market, of course, is we are in a market in correction. But the thing about the thing about this is, in a market in correction, you probably don't want to be in a stock like BABA. So unfortunately, I can't really recommend it. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. I so appreciate it. A little bit of technical difficulties. Hopefully, we're going to get those things sorted out for tomorrow. Be back probably at about 5 o'clock tomorrow. One thing is, if you could, it would be really helpful, of course, and everybody says this, if you could like this, because by liking it, it gets us out to more people. We have over 100,000 people that watch us on TikTok, and many thousands that watch us on YouTube. So it really helps by liking. It really helps getting us out there. Also, consider possibly joining the Action Trade Alerts, and we will be sending out probably a letter tonight, because the market has changed direction and we are in a market in correction. So we have to be super careful. To get on that list, super easy to do. Just go to www.Dallas Trading Floor. So until tomorrow at 5, happy trading, everybody. Stay safe. If you're down more than 7% in the position, please consider selling, going into cash, and waiting for better market conditions.